Hello and welcome to day one, week one of your home voice training package. My name's Darren, as you already know. There's not many things I'm going to need for you to bring in from outside, but it would be handy if you have a space in the house or the office or wherever you're working from that you can maybe fit a yoga mat in, or somewhere you could comfortably lay down. Now, the first thing you do when you're born is breathe, and the last thing you'll do before you die is breathe. Breathing is fundamental to life. And not only that, it's also fundamental to the voice, because without air, we don't make a sound. And to make the best sound we can, we want to adopt breathing habits that can allow us to fulfill these needs. If you look at athletes, politicians, musicians, singers, actors, they have such control over their breathing that it helps them become better at what they do. So today we're going to start with a very simple exercise. It's going to last 10 minutes and you're going to need some floor space or your yoga mat or carpet. If you don't have a yoga mat or carpet, get something comfortable underneath you so it's not so hard on your back. And before we start this technique, I want you to take a quick look at this diagram. As you can see, in the lower back, just above the coccyx and at the bottom of the spine here, it's called the sacrum. Now, this place in your body is the place that I want you to use your imagination to direct your air to. If you've done voice work before, you may have been told to breathe into your belly or to use your diaphragm. We can explain more about the diaphragm later on and how it works. But for today and for these exercises this week, I want you to concentrate on, as you breathe in, imagine that the air is moving down to this point in your sacrum. Today we're going to be in semi-supine, which is laying on your back. And so as you're breathing in, I want you to focus on getting that air to the lower back in the sacrum. Okay, so pause this, find yourself a space, and we'll get started. Okay, so when you're ready and on the ground, just get yourself comfortable and move around a bit until you feel that you're in a good position. You can place your hands on top of your belly, just below your navel, below your belly button. If you can have your feet facing forward, parallel to each other, your knees up in the air, and just try to notice if you feel there's a gap underneath your back in the lower region between your back and the floor. I'm not asking you to adjust it, but just notice. And as you're in this position and you start to breathe in, remember to imagine that the air fills up your lungs from the base of your spine, where the sacrum is, first. Use your imagination to imagine the air hitting that place and then filling up the rest of the lungs and your torso until you're almost, not quite, but almost full. And then just let it go. Let it go. And then your body will know naturally when to breathe in again. But with your imagination still, letting it start from the sacrum and filling up that way. So keep this going now. If you get uncomfortable, you can wriggle around and move into a better position, but keeping in this semi-supine. Be gentle. Don't want you to breathe in too hard or breathe out. You're just giving into gravity. Just letting go of the weight in your shoulders, in your neck, your back. The only thing that you're really holding is keeping your legs in a upright position. Gently breathing, filling up from the lower back, in, and just letting it go as you breathe out.
I'll leave you and come back to you in a few minutes. Okay, if you start to wake, you can open your eyes in your own time. Put your hands down by your side. Start to wiggle your fingers. Start to wake up the senses. Start to wiggle your toes and notice your legs and your arms, the head, and where you are in the room and what you can hear in the background. And get ready to turn over onto your side. Just roll over onto your side. Keep your legs bent. Just stay there gently, and you can slowly push your arm to get you up onto your knees and your hands, and then slowly make your way to your feet.
So I'm interested in how you found that. I'm sure that if it's the first time you've ever done this exercise, you might feel a little lightheaded, because what's happening is you're opening up capillaries in your lungs that in certain spaces that may have not been filled before, and you're oxygenating your body, and so things can get a bit tingly and you may feel lightheaded. But this is completely normal. Just remember that the idea of this is to expand your lung capacity, relax your body and your mind, and prepare your body for better voice work. So what I want you to do tomorrow, before you play the next video, I want you to do this exercise and then start the next video. So make sure you have the space ready, your yoga mat or blankets down, and I'll see you tomorrow.